Hello everyone, my name is Maria and welcome to the channel. Today we continue playing Disco Elysium and we are going back to Joyce to tell her everything about the drivers and the drugs and all those good things, but I'm still not sure about motivations of this woman, so let's figure it out.
You're back? Good. What can I help you with?
I spoke with the lorry man at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter.
It does.
And I do apologise for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
I understand, but please, some transparency, Joyce.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
Yes.
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise.
Wait, again green eyes? I think she's like the third character with the green eyes in this game, right?
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand.
Of course.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn.
Finally.
I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
So she knows about the upcoming war.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
What was that about a bloodbath? I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and the strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
So this mercenary, he was here because they didn't trust Joyce? A momentary lapse of faith.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
You know, I have a theory now because Kim told us that there is this mutter who is like the drug boss and everything. So I think that her employers are actually these mutter people. Maybe she doesn't know it? I'm not sure. Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
It's not working.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenell, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating.
I see.
They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So where are other two?
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant union members to subdue him.
But that's not what happened. If Miss Rene isn't lying, but we know that she might. So confusing.
He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
What then?
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenell contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
Wonderful.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
Yeah, that's pretty clear. Thank you, Half-Light. You've made a mess here. I I have to say this is not Disco. Harry, please stay serious. Maybe the investigations can team up. You know, share resources and intelligence.
Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, if you don't pin this on someone good and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
But as Half-Light said, they already decided everything.
The Debarder have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all.
Yes, but still, I think that if they attack all of them, they're gonna do something different, like a blast, you know, of a building or something like that.
As I said, a bloodbath.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe a good bloodletting is just what Martinez needs.
Half-Light, why? I can't see it happen. Too many things would have to go wrong first. They already did. This is the great bloodletting I've been telling you about. No, isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing? I think the confrontation is inevitable.
It doesn't have to be like this, Lieutenant W. Frater Dubois. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
I don't think. I think you're gonna be the first one they kill. What was that about a bloodbath? What can you tell me about Cranel? Yeah.
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell.
Is it supposed to mean something?
Down a deep black well.
Yeah.
They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lorenz, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
So maybe we do need that armor after all, you know, with all of this happening.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
I don't know if we have time. It's already day 5.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Cranel.
You know, the only thing that bothers me a little bit is that why is she even here? If she knows that it's like really dangerous, just go away. You are already rich. That's strange. Could you contact the company, tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive? Yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man.
His name was? You liked him?
Liked is a bit strong. He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills.
His name?
Lely. His service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Tell me about the others.
One is a man, Corty, they call him, a nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
Good to know.
What would you say was his eye color? The deceased's.
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There is a pain of regret to her voice.
That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
Indeed, this matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Odanese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own.
Got it.
In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining 2 mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Maybe that's why we found a potato smell. Remember when we were just walking around, there was something about potato? They were cooking food, probably?
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
You should show those meatheads exactly how savage you really are.
Flight. We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
I see. Okay, we'll steer clear. No. This is a rat check, so I have to do it. We already finished this thought, right? Yes, we did. So let's try. 72 is not that bad.
One is obviously
Yes.
the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Wait, who? One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. Oh, I didn't even think about him. Why? All right, got it.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. All right, I think I got it. One must be the goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates. The scab leader. Really, it's him. Okay.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
I kinda agree.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
True. One is probably in the building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel.
I had another question.
I hope I can answer it better.
Didn't we already ask about the bloodbath?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivachol West.
Yeah, I figured.
Since you are sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
True.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
You said the deceased assaulted a woman.
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Are you talking about Kuno? Who did the passing on?
The remaining contractors. Their tribunal. It's what they believe.
What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
It's really interesting because as I understand, we could have this talk before talking to Miss Oranje. This is fascinating, really, because we would also believe it then.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too.
But we still don't know if it's true. It's unlikely to be true because she was speaking about him, with certain tender feelings, but I don't know.
Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Don't mention it. Of course I'm not mentioning it. And now I'm not trusting anyone. And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumour. About a rumour. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start?
Yeah.
Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
I see.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
5 days, not more. Maybe sooner.
What do you mean 5 days? Now is day 5. Really? 5 days? Wait, are we almost at the end of the game?
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
I really think so. Guys, I wasn't prepared for it. I thought we had at least like a couple of days till the end of the week. That's enough for now.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Really? I'm kind of upset. And yeah, I know we have like 30 plus episodes, but still. Oh, alright. Now can you tell me about these tattoos?
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
What do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one of the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like stars in the sky?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
What is the use of it?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad.
Oh.
This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
That's interesting.
Where is he now?
This one is going nowhere but the morgue. I've spoken to him for now. No. We're not saying that to her. This one has flown quite far by now.
I would say he's near the Arcade Islands by now, ready to exit the Insulindian and into the Pale, if I've read his home address correctly.
What travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semines Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
I see.
Somewhere in an office lit by a single green desk lamp, Captain Ptolemaeus Price, 58, bald and bespectacled, is writing in a ledger on his desk. Rows and rows of days and weeks, laconic remarks in a single column. Patrol, case, vacation, injured. In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history. Leave it be.
Is that all?
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors? Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Yes, you're right.
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial.
I don't know.
Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
Physical instrument. I need the information. I don't know. I don't know. Let's mark it as a quest, but I don't know if we're gonna do it.
Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you.
Thank you.
We will be careful, ma'am.
That's all for the tattoos.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Not really, thank you. That was a lot, really. And you know, I think that now we will go and talk to Miss Oranje. Hopefully she's still on the balcony, or at least in her room. And I am genuinely shocked that this is the last day. I don't know if this will happen in the evening or not. I mean the execution, but we'll see. So let's go. Oh, we are just opening it. Okay. A little bit rude. You know, we could knock after all, but let's go. Oh, and there is a door. I really want to open the door. What's this? You feel someone watching you behind the glass door, a woman. Didn't we already have this one? Okay. Hello, could you please speak to us again?
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
Let's talk more about this so-called assault.
Not my favorite topic, but okay.
Wait, what did we want to ask? What can you tell me about him? Name, eyes, age?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him, like he is now. I can't talk about his, I don't know, hair.
But when? It's been a whole day.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
When?
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
Say nothing.
You pissed it all away. All of it. Elysium.
Great.
How about we, change the subject to something more lighthearted now?
Listen, I understand, but I just don't know when we can talk about this. Let's check the door.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I really want to open it, but there is one thing that I want even more, and it is the glass window at the church, because our dream mentioned it, so I think it should be something really important. So I probably am going to go to church right now. Wait, where is Rene? Hey, where is your friend?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man?
Please, just tell me where is Rene.
Actually, never mind. Wouldn't be the same. The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
Wait, he died?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute cunt.
Really? How did he die?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is. Guess He was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time.
Alright.
Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Was he really that bad?
I repeat, an absolute cunt. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
He falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Something mean?
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a cunt and he died a cunt. Let's leave it at that.
Oh, I like this option a lot. Here's something to remember your friend by. Give him the photograph of Rene and the girl.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young Rene looked so happy, and Jenny...
Eyes blurry with tears. He has to stop.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
You're welcome.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him. He probably didn't even know Rene had the photo.
I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone.
I'm sorry, Gaston.
Despite their differences, these men played such a significant part in each other's lives that now that one of them is gone, the other feels just lost.
I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Too bad Rene is gone. I was hoping to ask him about Mabel's. Can I ask Gaston?
Rene wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies.
Of course he didn't. Flowers are for pansies. Stop wasting time with them.
Wait, Insulindian lilies?
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests, and all that other stuff he loved so much.
Why didn't he like them?
There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communards. They called them the bells of revolution.
Yeah, you see, it's already the second time when we know that the color white is associated with communards, as they say. So maybe that was the reason why Harry, lost everything. We know that there is connection to Dolores Dei, white color, and apricot, I think, something else.
I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents. It doesn't really matter anymore.
I see.
But you feel the dried flower in your hand somehow still does matter, although not to this sad old man.
I don't know if we should ask anything else. Let me just check.
Yes. What about Rene?
Yes.
It is...
Despite their different...
I just don't know anymore. About
Yeah, that's enough then. Let's leave him be. Oh, save. That's good. And now let's go, as I mentioned before, to the church. Alright, we are here, so let's go inside. Talk to our programmer. No, we need to check out the whole church before that, because maybe we will find the password. And of course we need to deal with the glass window.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
Saw a missing shard with letters. You know, I wouldn't even care about it if not for our dream. And we have visual calculus. So I'm going to do two things. We will change our clothes and we have 4. Oh, and it's also the only intellect skill that we can properly level up. So I don't know, I just think that everything that is mentioned in Dream is very important in games in general. I think I'm going to level Harry up maybe even 2 times, if it's what it takes. So let's change our clothes and then do all the necessary checks. Wonderful, now we have visual calculus +2 from the jacket and the glasses. So we are going to do it, and if
the mother
we
of
don't
humanism
succeed,
stands above you,
we'll level up.
a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs nothing, just the
Got
edge
it.
of the crack sparkles in the dark. There may have been a writing here, but you cannot make out what it said.
That is fine, let's try again. I think it's worth it. If it's not, I'm gonna be so upset because I would rather level up, you know, suggestion or maybe savoir-faire. So I hope it's important. Accept. And now should be 58.
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across
Let's
the
try.
length of her body, her face oval.
Yes.
A jigsaw of broken shards falls into place in
Amazing.
front of you, a ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one, and a text, a light motif below them both.
The full glass is so beautiful. Amazing. What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Who is this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
Yeah, that is what I thought about this woman. I mean, when he mentioned her name.
Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
The motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
Wait, I know what this means, and it's the password. After life, death. After death, a new life. My god, I'm such a translator.
And then, along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau.
Alright, this is a little bit more difficult. After the world, gray? I mean, the color gray? Maybe something like that. And after, let's assume the color gray, a new world. Gris. What else could it be? Oh, there is a game with this name. Amazing. I don't know.
Death, life again.
Yeah.
After the world, the pale.
Oh.
After the pale, the world again.
The pale. Okay. Close enough. I mean, this word definitely also means gray, but, you know, different meanings.
This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
You know, I just realized that, yeah, we definitely were at this church. I mean, Harry was at this massacre. It wasn't a massacre. What was it? Like a raid? And he's definitely responsible, and he probably feels really guilty about it. What is the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
Not very feminine. I like the other one better.
So do I.
Aw, alright, Kim.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
So we found out the password. That is incredible. Let's go. And I also remember that Kim mentioned that we might find something in this church. Do you hear? This is so cool. But I didn't see anything, and I'm trying to highlight, different items, but there is nothing. So now we are going to go to the bookstore, and I am almost 100% sure that we know the password now. So let's go. All right, guys, here we are. I inserted the offsite copy, and I think we are going to find out what's in there.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
As usual.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Rapid Station 1.
I just love how she says Fortress accident so much.
Please repeat. Is this the offsite copy?
Yeah, I might have a password for it.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Wait, what? Why don't we have any new options? It's obvious. Because if this was afterlife death, this one is gonna be one of two options. After death life, a new life, or after world pale. And I think we have 2 chances to get it right. I don't understand.
No, that's not it.
I know it's not. Why can't I choose the right one?
What does she mean? That's not it. What's the password then?
I know what it is. Why can't I say it? I know it. I don't understand. I know the password.
Still no. Still no. Received. I will register this login attempt.
What the hell?
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal would do.
Yes, exactly, but we know the password. It's obvious.
Don't worry. Passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later.
They already did.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No, thank you.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Alright, now we have the copy, we have the production schedule, we have everything. And as I understand, I am, as player, am able to understand that it is the password, that everything is connected here. But Harry didn't understand it because we didn't, have any realizations about it. Unfortunately, I don't know why. I think it's pretty obvious. I think Kim could have guessed it, but I hope it's the case because otherwise I just missed something and it's gonna be really upsetting. So now we're going back to Soona and giving her everything. Hello, hello, can we talk to you please? We have everything you wanted.
Yes, what is it?
About the offsite copy. Hey, about the offsite copy you asked me to bring.
Yes?
I brought you everything. Yeah.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
She's already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door.
Wait. No. That's dangerous. She shouldn't do it.
Why is it dangerous in London Empire? Wait, don't put it in yet. It might be dangerous.
No, it's not dangerous. Just depressing.
How do you know?
I have a theory. Lynching was able to divine the anomaly's location from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment.
I don't know about that.
Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
Oh, so it's empty? Play it cool. Please just stop. No. Something's very wrong with that filament memory.
Soona doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
What? Where?
Hold on.
Alright. Anything else? Can I do anything?
Shh. Just give me a second. I'm almost...
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
You did it. You found the coordinates. Oh my god, congratulations.
Thank you.
So where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
She points at the other end of the church, where a group of water bowls forms a ritualistic arch.
Think you can help me again?
Yeah, sure.
I need you to go move those water bowls for me. I need to double-check my calculations.
Of course.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third bowl 2 centimeters to the left, and the fourth bowl 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
Are you kidding me? Alright, let's memorize. Third ball, 2 centimeters. Oh my god, that's so difficult. Alright. Third ball, 2 millimeters left. Third, 2 left. Okay. And the fourth ball, 5 millimeters right. I can do it. I can do it, guys. I can do it.
Thanks.
Alright, let's go. Because I forgot already. Not really. Alright, which one is this? Please. Third one. I think this one.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor.
Oh, so I didn't need to memorize it. Okay. That's fine.
It moves like a ghost without creating a single trace of sound.
And another one?
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
We're not doing anything bad. What is happening? Soona?
Yes, what is it?
I moved everything. What's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones. If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, why did you have your headphones on mute?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Isn't it going to be just silence?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything.
I want to listen.
I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
What if, just a theory, what if this anomaly appeared because of us? We know we were here. Maybe we shot something and created this, interdimensional thing. That would be so cool.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
What? She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. You are overthinking it.
Maybe I'm just tired.
It's scary, but we just have to face it.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
The lieutenant takes a step back.
Okay, now I'm scared. Please, just nothing too loud.
And then nothing.
All right.
Nothing happens as Soona, Kilda, presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Say nothing.
She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Well,
Damn it!
she lets out a loud sigh. Before tearing up the headphones, she's still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
She rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it.
I don't know.
But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
Maybe her inland empire is just not high enough.
Silence is silence? You're sure there's more to it?
+2 called the Mama Dakwa? Really? Okay, this is amazing. It's a white check.
Everything disappears. You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace.
I'm so happy. Legendary. Amazing.
And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Soona, what if we just need a better sound system?
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Oh, you know, teenagers, they have a good sound system, right?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
Oh my god, is it going to be disco? Please tell me it's going to be disco.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
I really hope so. Because, I don't know, it just makes sense, you know, with Harry and everything.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Girl, they can help you.
You mean the speed freaks?
Yeah. She closes her eyes as more dance music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course. The speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Alright.
Brilliant negotiating there, detective. As always.
Aw, thank you, suggestion. Great, I'll go talk to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes.
Of course.
Thanks, officer.
Incredible. This is amazing, and I think we have a clear idea for the next episode. And I hope you enjoyed this one. I think it was really interesting, and I wish you the most wonderful day. See you soon. Bye.